about punctuation, more specifically, capitalization, full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, comma, semicolon, and the colon. Our general objective for you students today is to completely be competent with punctuation. Most specifically, for students to use correct punctuation signals in writing, that is, your sentences, your paragraphs, and your essays. Let us take a look at capitalization. Capitalization is used at the beginning of a new sentence. The pronoun or the word I, wherever it appears, is always capitalized. The names of languages, for example, English, is always capitalized. Names of specific school courses, for example, mathematics, English language, and English literature are always capitalized. People's names and titles, for example, Dr., Mr., Donna, and Jason, are always capitalized. The names of dark ages in history and periods, for example, Dark Ages, are always capitalized. Brand names of products, but not the common noun that follows the brand name, for example, Grace corned beef, are always capitalized. Names of cities, countries, states, provinces, counties, parishes, and continents, for example, Kingston, Jamaica, are always capitalized. The words north, south, east, and west, only when they name a region of a country, are always capitalized. Names of days, months, and holidays, for example, Wednesday, Friday, January, June, Heroes Holiday, and Christmas Holiday, are always capitalized. Names of ships, planets, monuments, and buildings, for example, Mars and Pluto, are always capitalized. The first word of a direct quotation is usually capitalized. Names of organizations, businesses, institutions, and governmental bodies are always capitalized. Names of nationalities, races, and religion, for example, Christianity, are always capitalized. Let us now take a look at the full stop, otherwise known as the period. The full stop or the period is used at the end of an imperative sentence, that is a command, that does not show strong feeling. It is also used after an abbreviation, and it is also used after initials. For example, I am hungry. Let us now take a look at the question mark. The question mark is used at the end of an interrogative sentence, that is a question. For example, are you going to the supermarket? Exclamation point is another and very important punctuation mark. An exclamation mark is used at the end of an exclamatory sentence that shows strong feelings. An exclamation mark is also used at the end of an imperative sentence, which shows a command that also shows strong feeling. For example, wow, today is a sunny day. The comma is another punctuation mark that is usually not given its full potential. A comma is used to separate items in a series of 3 or more. Place a comma after all but the last item in the list. For example, peaches, mangoes, pineapples, and apples. To separate 2 or more adjectives that come before a noun, if the word and can be inserted between the adjectives. If the word and sounds awkward, then do not use a comma. A comma is used to separate a street address from the name of a city. For example, 41 Plus Street, comma, Kingston 4. A comma is also used after the name of a state, province, or parish that occurs in the middle of a sentence. For example, Kingston, comma, Jamaica. And importantly, comma is used to separate the day and year in a date, for example, January 4, comma, 1944. We continue on commas. Comma is used after the year in a date that occurs in the middle of a sentence. It also occurs after the greeting in a friendly letter and after the closing in all letters, for example, Dear John, comma. Before the conjunction that joins the two parts of a compound sentence, a comma is used. A comma is also used after the words well, yes, no, why, and now when they are used to introduce a sentence. And finally, a comma is used to separate transition words or phrases from the rest of the sentence. For example, however, in fact. Let us take another look at another punctuation mark, the semicolon. The semicolon is used to replace a conjunction in a compound sentence. Omit the conjunction and replace the comma with the semicolon. The semicolon is also used when one or more items in a series already has a comma. The items from the list should be separated by semicolons. For example, we will visit these places, semicolon, a church, a school, and a hospital. Our final punctuation for today will be the colon. The colon is used between the hour and minutes when you write the time in numerals. For example, it is 10 o'clock. A colon is also used after the greeting of a business letter. For example, Dear Dr. Daly, colon. Now that you have learned about all the punctuation marks, it is now time for your assessment. Type 10 sentences using all the punctuation signals learned, where applicable in all sentences. Good luck.